At 15 seconds, guidance is internal. 12, 11, 10, 9. Ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. We have a liftoff. Liftoff on Apollo 11.
After putting his step on the moon soil, he just looked around and looked at the camera and said,
"It's one small step for man, giant leap for mankind."
I made up my mind to say like this: ஒரு மனிதனுக்கு இது சிறிய தப்படி, ஆனால் மனித குலத்திற்கு இது ஒரு மாபெரும் நீள்பாய்ச்சல்.
Can you tell us about Voice of America opportunity when you got to go all the way to Washington to report the moon landing? What happened? And also about July 20th, which was the day when Neil Armstrong and Edwin Aldrin Jr., both of them landed on the moon.
Correct. There was a vacancy in Tamil service of Voice of America in Washington DC, and they were looking for a suitable person. I shifted to Madras station in the year 1969. During my service there was a call from American embassy, American consulate, saying that there is a vacancy in Voice of America, and the people who are working in Trichy radio and Madras radio can give their consent, and we will pick up one of them and send to Washington DC. My director called me and said, "Are you willing? So why don't you apply and why don't you try your luck?" I tried it, and I got a call from Washington DC that you have been selected and you can come and join. So 1st March 1969, I left Chennai, and after 2-3 days I joined Voice of America, Washington DC.
And can you tell us about July 20th, 1969, when you made that commentary? How did it go? Means you were watching TV and commenting,
Yeah.
right? So
Yeah.
Can you just take us through that and tell us how you captured that moment?
I was asked to see a television set which was given to me exclusively in a particular cabin, and I was to watch. I was given 1 or 2 days training how to watch, how to switch on the television, how to switch off the television, how to see the... because television itself was new to me, because in India at that time it was no television in Tamil Nadu, especially in Chennai. So I watched the television, and the whole night, right from 6 o'clock in the evening, I was watching, and when the appointed time came, I got my shiver in my body whether I will do justice for this assignment which I was given. And fortunately, my language skill and my hard work in preparing how to deal with this situation meaning the person who comes out of the Apollo vehicle and climbing down through the ladder and putting his first foot on the moon soil, how it is going to... I imagined myself beforehand, before day. So I was watching those as I imagined. Neil Armstrong first put his foot on the moon soil. So a small dust came, and it was really thrilling. Because at that time people thought whether a human body will be accepted by the moon soil. Though they have done several studies and experiments and this thing, that thing, everyone watched with some astonishment. After putting his step on the moon soil, he just looked around and looked at the camera and said, the famous words, "This is a small step for a man and a giant leap for a mankind."
It's one small step for man, giant leap for mankind.
Since this sentence were expected, I made up my mind to say like this. ஒரு மனிதனுக்கு இது சிறிய தப்படி, ஆனால் மனித குலத்திற்கு இது ஒரு மாபெரும் நீள்பாய்ச்சல். With those words, I started my commentary, and after narrating some other details, immediately the screen went into two halves. One part of the screen showed Neil Armstrong on the one side, and the other strong, President Nixon was speaking to Neil Armstrong. So his voice came. I did not provide any commentary on that. Of course, I said President Nixon is talking to Neil Armstrong.
I'm talking to you by telephone from the Oval Room at the White House. And this certainly has to be the most historic telephone call ever made from the White House. I just can't tell you how proud we all are of what you have done.
Thank you, Mr. President. It's a great honor and privilege for us to be here representing not only the United States, but and of...
You mentioned that Neil Armstrong's lines were already scripted, right? And it was relayed across, saying that these would be the words that he's going to, that he would be saying once he lands on moon.
Right. This could be the sentence, or perhaps he may add, according to the situation, this thing or that thing, small, curtailing it or something. So this was the basic thing, or circulated among the staff of the staff.
So it was one teacher covering the landing of another teacher, right? Neil Armstrong too was a teacher, you were a teacher, right?
Yeah.
That was what it was.
Yeah.
Thanks for taking us through your life as a radio personality and a TV personality. It's great to relive the golden days. Thank you.
Thank you so much.